Welcome back to my series of the 9 Enneagram types. Personalities can be fascinating, especially when you start to recognize the patterns that each of them have. That's how you learn to relate to them, understand them, resolve conflicts, and to love them. And if you are that type, to learn to love yourself and to grow to be the best person you can be. On the previous video about type 1, the perfectors, I gave you a lot of background on the Enneagram personality types and the Enneagram system, which has been around since the 1700s. It's a very well respected model. You can go to my website, eileenhead.com, and learn more about that. So today's video is about the two: supporter, giver, helper, super helper. This personality type sees their value in being a helper. And as I said before, everything comes from childhood. And by the age of 7, the personality is formed. In the family of origin, for the, I'm going to call them supporters, even though you'll hear that they're helpers and givers, they form the opinion or the belief, the unconscious belief that in order to get love, they must give love first. And love is not unconditional. And they need to do everything they can for their worth and their value in their world to help others. So they are generally in service to people and to others. This can be a great gift. There are many helpers and givers in the nursing profession, in the healing profession, in the therapy, in all lives. Every person has a helper in them. And they love to help other people, but they don't focus on helping like the helper personality does. Internally, what the supporter helper is looking for is that validation. Am I worthy? Do you need me? They are often the people you go to that gives advice. They have a internal and external awareness of feeling the feelings of other people. So they can tune in very easily. I am a 2 supporter. And I'll tell you, I can be in any gathering, and just by the facial expressions on a person's face, I can feel what they are going through and the emotion they are having, or the challenges or where they're at. It's because we have highly focused our attention on others for all of our lives that we are able to do this. As a partner in a relationship, they can be very giving, caring, nurturing partners. There's always a plus and there's always a challenge. And the challenge is they can over-mother, over-nurture, enable people, rescue people that are victims. Oh my gosh, I did that for years and years and years. And never focusing on their own needs. Often if you ask a supporter, what do you need? Well, they often, it's like deer in the headlights. Well, I don't have needs. They'll come back, I'm good. I don't have any needs, but I know exactly what it is you need. So the growth for the 2 supporter is to start focusing on their own needs and release that responsibility and allow others to take responsibility for their own lives. That was a big thing for me when I learned to say, no, I don't think so. Or in this time, here's my suggestion for you, and letting go of outcome that they may not take my advice. Supporters are, if you've ever been in a situation where plates dropped on the floor or something of that nature, it's the supporters that are in there. Where's the broom? How can we speed this up? What can I do? Or if they're at a party with you, they want to get the dishes done. And maybe the host says, no, leave it till later. I just want to enjoy my company. The supporter will feel very uncomfortable about, no, let's do the dishes and get it all done. Oh, he's helpful. Every personality has triggers and traps, and that pattern of over helping and over nurturing and sometimes being intrusive with their helping can be not life enhancing for them or for other people. Sometimes people say, I don't need your help. And it's kind of a shock to the supporters. What do you mean you don't need my help? And why wouldn't you? When the purpose of the Enneagram is to identify your strengths, your challenges, your triggers and traps, the patterns that are sabotaging your relationships, because supporters or helpers can appear needy at times. They can appear too close, too much, too touchy-feely, and not all personalities want that. So if you're single, you need to be aware of your patterns, and also you know what you bring to a relationship and how to create a healthy balance and the personalities that are most compatible for you. It's not saying that you can't partner with all other personalities, including your own personality type. You can, but some of those will be more challenging than others because of the dynamics. And I have profiles and compatibility studies. And when I coach couples specifically, when I coach them to show them it's not personal, here's the pattern and the underlying beliefs and the traps of your personality, and here's the same for this personality. Now, with that awareness, we're going to watch those patterns that trigger you, and both of you are going to work on that. And I have turned relationships around very, very quickly. Actually, couples who've come to me and been to therapists don't think this is going to work, but I'll give it one more shot. Should I stay or should I go? And it's turned out really well. If you'd like more information, my website is eileenhead.com. There is a little tab that says Let's Chat. You can click on that and set up a call with me, a complimentary call. There's also the personality test on there that's free, and that's fascinating. Go in and learn that. I will tell you, the most life-changing thing you can ever do is to understand yourself to the depth of your being, accept all the parts of you, and transform the challenges into strengths. eileenhead.com. My next video will be about the 3 achievers. Thanks for following along.